Good morning. So I'm running about 5 minutes late because, as you can see, think or swim is taking forever to updating. Um, Hopefully, I don't have to relaunch it, but it took forever to do the update today. So here we go. Finally. Alrighty, we're up and running. Let me go on to my channel, make sure everything is running properly. Beautiful, warm and muggy, sunny day here in Florida. Okay, all right. Let's see what's going on with the market. I have been busy this morning working on my business, so I haven't even checked with what's going on with the market. What's going on with the QQQ pre-market? Look like down a little bit. SPY down a little bit. Yep, everything is down a little bit. What about TLT? That's a good indicator right there, right? TLT bouncing off the low. That was ugly. Friday was one ugly TLT move. Okay, can you believe TLT bond rate is okay? Look at that, almost perfect with the 1 year ago. My God. Okay, my God. Is it a surprise that Nasdaq is struggling? Look at this two big move on TLT. One, two. Okay, is that it? Is that all that we're gonna see with TLT? 3 year move. Let's go to a time frame bigger than 3 years. Let's go with 4 years. Let's see. Well, the highest rate that we have is roughly 9 points away, which is about 7.3% ish, something like that. Okay, can I see rate go that much higher? I don't think so. Okay, trust me. As crazy as this move is, I can't imagine the rate that we have right now is going to go back to 2018. That's the last time the market crashed. Okay, the last time we had a 20% decline was right here when the Fed raised rate too much, too fast at the wrong time into a slowdown in the economy. Okay, so do I think rate is going to go back to that level? Right now, the market is heading that way, but uh, we'll see. Okay, but for TLT tanking, it cannot be good. Bitcoin, I'm glad I stay out of it. Okay, I don't care what metrics people talk about. I don't care what anyone say. I'm staying out of it. Okay, I got all of my money allocated to trading Bitcoin and crypto in cash because this is not good. Okay, this is not good. The big guy is out. Okay, he was in and then he was out and then he was in and then he was out and then he just like he was out sometime over the weekend. I got a text from him said that he's out and he think 38 sub 38 is very likely if the Nasdaq keep on tanking or vice versa. Okay, some people say he thinks Bitcoin lead the Nasdaq. Some people think Bitcoin is the risk asset, which is also true. They're both true, okay? But sometimes the Nasdaq go down, pull Bitcoin down. Sometimes Bitcoin go down first, and then the Nasdaq follow. Either way, the direction of both are highly correlated, right? So all of the Bitcoin bulls on social media, they can keep being wrong, okay? We don't need to be them. We don't need to follow the Gen Z, the millennium that call for the moon. Morning DS, Crapper, Pigpen, Hobby, Rob, Socrates, David, Jason, Dark Alley. It's gonna be a rough week. Earning is here. Is there any big earning today? Let me know. I have not tuned in to see what's going on. Um, I'm just scanning the pre-market movement here. PayPal's down, Qualcomm's down, K-Web's down, Baba's down, Mondelez holding, Foot Locker down, Merck holding, Pfizer down a little bit, JPM down a little bit, XBI not much, GS down a little bit. Yeah, it's how about IYT, the transport? Okay, that's the one that we need to watch. If the Dow transport reverse, watch out. Okay, this has been the transport sector has always been a leading indicator as far as a recession. Okay, so right now it is a recession trade. Okay, that's why the UPS, the CSX, the FedEx are struggling because the recession trade is on. Okay, look at this steep nosedive, ugly, one of the steepest that we have had in the history of the transport. Let's take a look. Let's peel back. The last time we had this kind of a steep move, pandemic, which is understandable, right? When everything come to a halt. But wow, that is one ugly candle there back in the pandemic. Yes, it is millennials and Cathy Wood. Well, for the most part, it is a millennium and a Gen Z that are big fan of Cathy Woods. People like me are not a big fan of Cathy Woods. I know a lot of 20 or 30 something that love Cathy Woods. They're all over YouTube's. How about the safety trade? McDonald's holding. Okay, it's gonna be steady. The safety trade is on. Okay, Pepsi near the all-time high, but holding. Okay, holding. Money are going in there. Money is flowing into safety regardless of what the PE here. This is a part of the market that I detest greatly because you hear, you know, for the past few months, you hear people say, "Oh, high PE is terrible. We are in a we are heading for a slowdown. You don't want to be in high PE stock right now. The S&P PE is 19. That's too high." On the same breath, the same people will say, "Oh, but Pepsi at 25 PE is cheap." You, I try to avoid talking low. That's why I dislike fundamental greatly because PE is self-serving in many ways. It's just a lot of nonsense. Okay, uh, in a huge recession that we had back in 2009, when many big companies were selling at single-digit PE, everyone was fearful. Nobody was talking. Oh my God, so and so big industrial was selling at 8 PE. Well, it's fear and greed. Okay, fundamental talking is usually self-serving to fit a narrative that is complete utter bullshit. Okay, it's a measurement, but it is not. It's hard for me to put into words because if you look at all the safety play from Pepsi to Coke to McDonald's to healthcare, Anthem, United Healthcare, take a look at their PE. Many of them have higher PE, sometimes way high than the S&P 500. Okay, it is just utter nonsense to talk about PE. PE is self-serving. But in a growth, in a bull market, oh, PE of 50, PE of 100, oh, that's fine. In a bear market, all of a sudden, all the hated sector become too expensive, and all the love sector, oh, let's not talk about Pepsi PE, because at 28 PE is still cheap. It's insane. Okay, the people on CNBC trying to justify PE, that, like, if you listen to Kramer, right? Let's say a growth stock like Tesla is growing 100%. Let's say Tesla was growing, say, 50% a year. All right, in a bull market, you can assign a PE of 100, double the growth rate. So 100 PE to Tesla when it's growing 50%, cheap. All of a sudden, now, oh my God, it's now Tesla selling at 50 PE. That's way too crazy. It's they all should just shut the F up. Okay, it's self-serving. It's nonsense. It's, to me, technical analysis, fear and greed. Chart reading is a lot more sensible than any kind of nonsense talk about PE this, PE that. That's why it's my most hated measurement that I hear people talk about. It's utter nonsense. Bank America earning look like it did okay. Let's look at the news. Unless there's any specific question in the chat, I'm not gonna do a whole lot of tickers, okay? Because we already went through a slew of tickers over the weekend. Nothing had changed since then, really. Okay. Well, it's report earning after, right? Oh no, it's already reported earning. Let's see. Let's read. Quarterly profit fell 12%. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing. I'm just skimming through the all the fine point. Nothing here is shocking, right? I already talked about. How most banks will not do so well, especially when they have a big chunk of investment banking exposure, because bond market sucks. IPO market completely dry up like a desert. So a big chunk of their profit is gone. Okay, so is it a wonder? Sure. Those indicator was not there, say, back in January and February, right? Because the market wasn't so bad. But when we have entered into the 5th month of this bear market. Okay, so keep that in mind. I haven't even heard if there's any new IPO hitting the market in the last 2 months. JBXT earnings coming out after market today. Okay, I have my stop ready. All right. In fact, I might get stop out today. My stop is very tight on this one. Come on. Thank you for reminding me about JBXT. Okay, thank you. I'm sure sooner or later I will see it, but my stop is very tight. Okay, very tight. How tight? 170. Okay, if this thing crack below 170, I am out. Okay, I'm not gonna stick around. What else would I like to take a look at? Let's take a look at some of the people favorite. Tesla hanging around 985. Okay, how about Twitter? What's going on with Twitter? Dangerous. I don't know what the heck is going on. I still have 100 shares of Twitter because remember, I sold out of my son account. I wrote a cover call on my wife account. That expired worthless, so I got to keep the money. So I'm likely to write another call today. Where would I write my call? Last time, 50, okay? I'm okay leaving 100 share there to have some exposure to the madness since I'm already mostly out, like 80% out kind of thing. So, how about Google? Google. So, oh, look like we can breach this. Okay, so if you're not into Google and you want to buy Google, right here, 2,500-ish. Okay, if you want to step in, add more. I might. Okay, I might. I like Google. I don't have any problem with Google. But 2,500, 2,498. In fact, if I'm gonna put in an order, I'm gonna put it in right there. 2,498. Close enough, okay? But that would be where I would throw in an order down there. It has been down here twice, almost there. See, it hit 2510. It hit around 2,500-ish almost 3 or 4 times. But as far as lower than that, you want to play safe, you want to be the chicken little, 2,498. Amazon. Oh boy. No man's land here. Okay, where would I buy Amazon? Down here, 2,880. Now I have a very tight stop on shop as well. Okay, I'm not gonna let shop chop my head off. Okay, so what would I do? The first 15 minutes where the low is, whatever it is, I don't care. Okay, I don't have a lot of shares, a very small position because shop is very risky, very volatile. But depending on what happened in the first 15 minutes, the low of the first 15 minutes, that will be my stop. I will be stop out there. Control your loss is very important. How about Nike? Nike, oh boy, oh boy. The big guy bought Nike down here, and he was gone. He took this 133 bump and say, "See ya, out of here." Okay, I won't touch Nike here. No way, no way would I touch Nike here. How about, oh, the big guy liked my Biogen play. He liked it. He said, as long as I have my stop here, okay, at 210. He said, you know, use the 50 MA as a stop, but he liked this setup. He think 222 is a very likable 5% move. Yeah, I like it. So he's okay by the dip here as long as the 50 MA is holding, the 20 MA is rising. So he said either pick the 20 or the 50, whichever one I want. He think, but he liked the trade. He liked the setup. How about Facebook got whack? Yeah, I mean it's all right. I mean it's you know, I would prefer Facebook to stay above the 50 MA, but for now I'm not adding more. Oh, how about Square? Square, the big guy did like down here, which I expected. He think it can run, you know. Would he's okay to add to Square, but his stop is the 50, okay? The 50 MA is the stop. He does not want to see this violated. So if you're in Square, have your stop here. Because if this is violated, say hello to below 100. You don't want, trust me, you do not want to give back $20 here, okay? Do not be stupid. Do not be stubborn. Okay, do not be stubborn. The whale, yeah, we can call him the whale from now on. It's less word than the big guy. I'm even gonna shorten it to W for whale. W. Dub. Dub. I'm gonna shorten to just dub instead of W. Make it even short, less wordy for me. Dub. So be careful there. PayPal, if you want to nibble going sideways here, it's okay. I think the setup is have a potential of a big move. The risk, sure. If PayPal have a bad earning, can we see 92, 93 again? Absolutely. Okay, it's a $10 risk down here. Right now it's 50-50 risk reward. JPM, remember what I said. JPM, he need to see a green candle like this to be bullish. Okay, if not, no. Okay, so he's not bullish yet. He's no longer bearish, but he need to see the 3 candle head and shoulder move here for him to get in the play. Okay, so unless that happen, he's not buying into JPM. Okay, it's that simple. Martin Marietta, I keep throwing I'm gonna keep throwing my low ball bits out here in the 361, 362. Okay, every day I throw out the bid and then they go expire, but I will keep doing that. I think it will visit that. I'd be more comfortable buying Martin Marietta at 362, but keep in mind, if earnings coming up, don't buy too big. VMC, same thing here. Look at this. This decline, look at this. Here's a perfect example of why not buying on the first green candle save your ass. Okay, let me repeat this. I talked about this extensively over the weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 green. Is it time to buy? No. You wait until the next day to see if there's a green. No. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green. Are you gonna buy? No. See, you save yourself from 182 to 174. Okay, it's that simple. All right, let's try. Now is the time to be more vigilant than ever. Look at this one, right? This is what you call discipline. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So on this day, yeah, if you want to buy, go for it. If you want to, but what would you do? What have I said? Set your stop, right? So you should have your stop low of day. Guess what? When this thing fail, you out. So most likely you either make a little money or you lost a little, but not a lot. Okay, so be disciplined. Set your stop, please, people. Set your stop. Be disciplined. Don't get in something too early. Wait for the red candle to stop and nibble on the second green candle. It is that simple. It doesn't work all the time, but the odds favor you. Okay, the market's going to open in 4 minutes. Play the odds. Okay, I know I repeat myself to those that pay attention, but there's a lot of people that don't pay attention. AMD, ugly day. When you have this kind of candle where it's engulfing, you can call this an engulfing candle, where you have a green candle and then the red candle is even larger from top to bottom. That's a very bearish move. Okay, very bearish move. Same thing here. Look, 3 red, 1 green, bang, wrong. 6 red, 1 green, bang. Okay, so there's nothing you can do. Let it stop. Let it go. Okay, let it go. How low can it go? It surprised the heck out of me. It should stop here. Okay, this should be the bottom, but it's not the bottom. Okay, I wish it was the bottom, but it's not. I have a very small exposure in AMD, very small. I did have a put on AMD that I closed, I lost money on because the put had a strike price at 100, and I'm like, no way. At that point, last week, I'm just like, I'm gonna close it out, lose money, but it was a put spread that I did. And I'm just like, I don't like the action here. I don't like this ugly 2 weeks in a row kind of thing. Go back 2 years, it's at another spot that it should hold, right? But it's not, so we'll see. We'll see what AMD is gonna do. Look like it's gonna open down. How low can it go? Can it go down to 88, 87.5? It can. I like Intel for safety more, but where would I buy Intel? Down here, okay? Can it get down here? Absolutely. Why can't it? If the SMH can't hold, would look like it's not holding, okay? The SMH is not holding here. Can it close the gap down here at 234? Yeah, that would be ugly. Okay, there's a small gap down here at 234. You know where would I have? You know where would my stop be on SMH? 15 minutes. My 15 minutes low is gonna be my stop, and I will be out with a loss. Okay, because I would rather lose, say selling at 237 or whatever it is, than 234. Hey, I'm not taking another $4 down. I'm not taking another $2 down, whatever it is. I don't care. Because if that failed, that is a very small gap. If that failed, you see 222. That's what the big guy think. Okay, so if I'm gonna sell at 237 and lose probably $10 ish because I start to buy up here, I'd rather do that than lose another 15. Okay, I'd rather lose 10 than lose another 15 down here, because it can. If this fail right here, I don't think the small gap is gonna hold. We will see 222. Okay, we will see 223, 222. So that can happen. We are in the bear market, and it can happen. The unthinkable is thinkable. Here we go. Markets open, Tesla up a little bit, Amazon up a little bit. You know what I say? Ooh, you know what I would do? Buy a put on USO. Here we go. I've been waiting for USO at 78 or higher, and it's here. Yeah, it's time. All right, people. Unless you have any other specific question, you know how to play. Join me on the WhatsApp group chat. Email me if you're not in the group chat and you want to be in the group chat. Email me your mobile phone number as well as download the WhatsApp, and Jason here in the room will add you to the group, and then you can follow. I try my best to report my trading during the day. I don't do it all the time because sometimes I'm trading, using my mobile phone while I am not in my desk here, and you know, I don't report everything. I try my best to report everything that I do so that people know what I do on a daily basis. But for now, let me go and get ready here and do something. Okay, I'm not gonna trade yet, but I'm gonna watch the market, and for sure, the first 15 minutes is gonna give me a good setup for my stop. And that's it, people. Thank you for tuning in. Be safe, buy small, protect yourself with stop, and see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.